Hey, it's James from Certified Exit Planners here. This is for business owners who want to build to sell. We have three build to sell calculators. This one we're going to go for is I want to sell for, X. A lot of times there's a number rattling around in business owners' head. I know I had one when I was selling my business. It wasn't reasonable. Usually not the case, but uh, this is meant to help for folks who want to target a specific number because they want to retire or because they just want to set a milestone and they want to be proud of what they achieved over the 20 years in an industry, or maybe you're just getting started and you're in year one and you want to sell it in 15 years and you want to sell it for 3 million, 5, 10 million. So this calculator helps quantify all that. A lot of these are blended and essentially um, need to be massaged, I would say, but this is a great way to start that process. And so if you want to plug in your annual revenue at 3 million and your profit here at 300, that's 10%. And you want to plug in what your income multiple is, most businesses are at 2x to 4x, so conservatively around 3 here. It's going to put you at a value low, value high, and an average value here based on the revenue of the 300K above, and then revenue multiple. So the two biggest drivers of valuation are number one, your profit is number one by far, and then revenue is number two. A lot of times folks conflate the two, meaning they confuse the two. A lot of times people are like, well, I'm trying to get 3x of revenue. Not the case with most industries. And if you do want to understand more about your industry, then send us a comment or DM or send me a text, and we can pull industry reports. And frankly, I've worked with so many, I can actually pull confidentially other companies and tell you how they did with their transactions. And so we have a lot of data around that to give you a better idea to plan more. So anyway, this is a good way to start with your valuation, currently, if that makes sense. So value high, value low, your average, you're probably going to be selling around the average unless you do some preparation. But if you wanted to target a sale price, for example, and plug in 5 million, then your value gap is the difference between what it was worth up here, the 1.1 versus the 5 million you plugged in here, which is a 3.8 value gap variance. So that's a pretty big jump, but very achievable if you set the goal. So from there, you can set your target SDE, which basically just means, what's your profit? What's the benefit to the owner of the company or owners? And then your target multiple. Generally, when you increase the size of the company and efficiency and preparation, your multiple is going to jump. So, we're moving from 3 up here to a 3.5 down here, very conservative. And then your target revenue multiple might jump from a 0.49 up here up to a 0.55 slightly. So, um, basically, your projected SDE at target needs to be around a 1.36 million in profit, and your target revenue needs to be around 9 to achieve the 5 million target up here. So feel free to use this calculator to hit your target and utilize it for I want to sell for building to sell calculator. Again, comment, DM us, send me a text 704-336-9005 if you want to go over it together, and or for me to pull an industry specific report. So if you're HVAC, landscaping, plumbing, etc. Take care.